Pisces, May 2025. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm going to take an Ocean Oracle card for you, and I'm getting some really weird energy for Pisces. You know that I am a Pisces, so I'm kind of tuned into the Piscean energy, sometimes more than I would like to be. Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, Mercury in Pisces. I've had, and you might have seen me do an impression of it, the idea that as Pisceans we are up against a gelatinous weird wall, which is not like a brick wall because we don't do solidity in those ways. We have this kind of almost a membrane, and we're pushing different parts of it. And this could be that you're going beyond your comfort zone, but you're coming back in, or that you're trying to, and this is a thing for Pisces, trying to rid yourself of what's holding you back, your insecurities, and sometimes as well, other people that are holding you back. Because as a Pisces, and definitely let me know in the comments your thoughts about this, because I find this very interesting, there is a sort of masochistic trait or thread running through Pisceans that kind of means you want to be told what to do, while at the same time you want to ignore it, because Pisceans are very much their own unique people, their own unique souls moving through the world in a watery way. But because we have really infinite lack of boundaries, I mean that in a positive way, you know, it is what it is, and it may be different for February or earlier Pisceans than it is for March. I think it is a bit different, but then again, I've met some very late March Pisceans right on that cusp of Aries, and either of the cusps is pretty potent. Either way, we are not, there just aren't the roots and the brick walls and the boundaries. That isn't the way we roll or the way we swim. So sometimes we're attracted to people, and this can be friends, lovers, you know, family members, however. But we can also be attracted to situations, triangulations in relationships, psychological binds, and jobs where we encounter people who want to micromanage. Often, out of these situations and restrictions, we burst out and grow, and things change. So we almost create an artificial boundary by bringing in people, places and situations that will keep us in check. It's a bit of a Pygmalion complex. It improves as we get older, more mature usually, but it's always a thing. Just thought I would talk about that first, because that's the energy I'm getting, is that you have a situation where you're almost being suffocated by something or someone. You know, there's this feeling of, or even it could be creatively. Pisceans are so incredibly creative as people, but often very frustrated about the process of getting that creation out into the world. And again, you have to create some friction, some restriction with it before it can get shaken out properly. Too much freedom to a Pisces, it's blockbusters on a Friday night. You know, wandering around the filthy carpet, the smell of popcorn and farts. That's what it is. And then like not choosing anything because there's too much to choose. Let's have a couple. That was a weird intro, wasn't it? Let's have a couple of ocean oracles. We're going to look at general reading. We're going to look at your love life. There will be an extended love reading, as there is every month. So those of you that like something a bit more weird, a bit more unusual and a bit more channeling, that will be the first link in the description box after the video is done. Oh my God. I love doing the Pisces reading. I do look forward to it because I feel, I don't know, really tapped in, and also, yeah, I don't know, because of stuff like this. This is the Ocean Oracle, and boundaries comes up, and I'm always interested in the rope as a boundary, not just a rope on dry land. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in a rope under the sea. We're talking anchorage, we're talking anchors. The way that boats are anchored and moored, and the way that ropes so beautifully, for me, natural fibres behave in the sea. Obviously, eventually they will disintegrate. So no boundary for a Pisces is set in stone. Nothing is still, nothing is permanent. But isn't it gorgeous how it takes new shape? Sorry, there's like some massive lorry reversing down the road. How we have all those barnacles on it. And like when you, I mean, I find it difficult, I don't know about you, and I'd love to know your thoughts on this actually, fellow Pisceans. I find it hard to look at shipwrecks on the telly. You know, when they go down with the incredibly claustrophobic pod thing, I just get that feeling it should be left undisturbed. I don't know what that is, but when you do see the bits, you see this, all the ropes are kind of frayed and they're all in the water, and I'm feeling like you need to find your boundaries, but also to be able to deal with the current, the way that it's going, and the changes in your boundaries as they become frayed, as they break, as they renew, and as they change shape. But they do still act as a mooring. Pisces, share this video, okay? I'm on one. I don't normally let my ego come into the room, and it's not ego. Maybe it is ego, I don't care. But for the love of God, the anchor. Stay grounded. Oh my God. This is a big deal. These two, this, the rope, the anchor. Hit the like button if this is resonating with you. I know it's resonating with you, and I haven't uploaded it yet. There you go. Arrogant Gemma is out today. What is going on? Actually, I hope it's not arrogance. I just feel I've really hit the spot, and I bloody love it when that happens. Okay, rope in the anchor. So, how is this playing out in our lives? Using the Mosaic Tarot, because this reminds me of Pisces, because it's kind of mosaic, all little bits. It's messy. There's beauty in the mess, Pisces. There's beauty in the mess. The more anchored you are, and the more kind of rope you have, the more you can get out into the wider ocean, and for some of you, it's the wider ocean, the shallows. The wider ocean, like getting out into the horizon. For others of you, it's the shallows, which is where it becomes shallow and you're meeting the beach, you're meeting the tide is ending. And for others of you, it's the deep. The deep where it's really deep. You know, when David Attenborough, and if you haven't watched it, for God's sake, watch it, like The Blue Planet, when he does that one called The Deep. Would I go down there? No. Terrified. Terrified of that. Everything goes black. There's all this pressure. It goes down in that stupid little pod. I'm like, kudos to you and the other people. But you would not catch me down there. But do I want to watch it? I'm completely fascinated. So some of you, you need to push out further. Others of you, you've pushed out already. It's time to come in and to deliver what you've got at the shoreline. And others of you, you're going down into the deep. Let me know in the comments which one you think you are. Horizon, deep, or shallows. I'm loving this already. Okay, this feels difficult and it's hiding. Oh my God. It's all right. Ish. If you like a jumpsuit, which personally I've always struggled with. but hey. Okay, let's look at what we've got. 9 of Pentacles, Venus in Virgo. Being something which Pisces finds it hard to be because you are so interdependent with the world, you know. Pisces is not separate from anything, including themselves, other people, the world, the objects, the lot. It's quite exhausting. But there's a call here for you to stand up and be counted, and to stand on your earth feet, to come out of the water, whichever one of those three you are, and I suppose produce the goods. Now this could be at work, it could be in a private project, a creative project, doesn't matter what it is. There is a need to stand up and be counted, be recognised, and to register your existence. Okay? For some of you, that might look like being embodied around somebody that you don't get on with, like, or find uncomfortable. So for Pisceans, if you are around somebody like this, and my God, we do attract these people, like I said, we almost deliberately attract them subconsciously because we need to rebel against them. They're everywhere. So these people who are watching, waiting, witnessing, looking, criticising, whatever, trying to squeeze you into the box, they often, your reaction to this oppressive atmosphere is to, I never know the word for this, it's not dislocate, dissociate. For most people it's dissociation. For Pisces it's a way of life. You will always be battling against dissociating as a Piscean. In things like meditating and things that other people find difficult, you're going to find it easy. Manifesting, meditating, all of those transcendental Neptunian things, brilliant, because it's really useful to be able to tune internally for that. But this is about knowing that that threat is there, but refusing to leave your body, being inside your, taking up the space that you need to take, whether that is with a relative, with a friend, with a lover, with a employer. Okay, take up, fill your space, be there, stand up and be counted. Then we have the Four of Wands. Excuse me. This is a Pisces house if ever I saw one. Wonky roof, wonky windows, but just enticing and comfortable and beautifully messy. Rich surfaces everywhere. God, I love this. I could live in that house. Four of Wands is talking about the opportunities that will come to you. Okay? They're already there. But it's like a portal of luck opening up, which for a Pisces, very important. Pisces doesn't follow the traditional path. There are portals of opportunity, and there is one. So I'm just saying it. It could come to you in a myriad of ways. Could be a sign, could be someone you meet at the bus stop, could be something you see, you hear, could see it online, in a group, in a community. Look out for invitations which may not look like invitations or might very much look like invitations. Take them, be Nine of Pentacles, be embodied, okay? Don't let it slip by. Two of Pentacles, practical, Jupiter in Capricorn. The practical meets your ruler, which is Jupiter, Neptune and Jupiter, Pisces rulers. This is taking everything you're getting from the sea, from the deep, from the shallows, from the horizon, from the ocean, and bringing it onto dry land and experimenting. That's what usually there's an infinity symbol and there's two pentacles, and they're doing that. Experimenting with different ways of putting it out there. It's a very good time for acting, singing, dancing, performing, poetry, writing, anything. Yes. Team Pisces all the way. The Queen of Cups. And there you are. There she is. There you are. There we are. You don't have to become a muggle to play among the muggles. Okay? You can be your crazy Piscean self. In fact, I would indulge that side. But then when you bring it onto dry land, which we all must, because we don't live in the sea forever as Pisceans, we have this fish swimming in different directions, and we have to make it onto the dry land and let the feet do the work for a bit. When you do make it up there, it's business as usual. Okay? Embodied, provable, I'm in my body until I go back to the sea. While I'm on dry land, I behave like the muggles on dry land. Okay, we're going to be embodied and present and accountable and not shy about our knowledge. Is there a cat? No. 9 of Wands. And this is our version of being protected and being boundaried. Okay? Remember the rope and the anchor. I'm going to do one more card for the general, then I'm going to do the love reading. Oh, yes. Woof. Strength. Your strength is in not needing to prove that you're strong. Channeled message for you, my lovely Pisceans. I'm just going to grab a love deck. There it is. Excuse my elasticated trousers covered in cat hair, but that's the way I'm rolling at the moment. Okay. Pisces, love life. Well, that didn't work. I was going to show you the cards down there. Oh, it's not even switched on. Let's see if that works. Oh, a pair of jeans here as well the whole time. Let's put those over there. I'm going to put those on because I'm going out in public and I don't think the whole cat hair trousers thing's going to wash. Remember, when you're among the muggles, behave like a muggle. Right, so we have our beautiful rope and anchor at the top. I'm just going to push these up here a bit so we can fit in our love reading. What I might do is put these at either end, actually, because that works quite well. Swing. Tell me about love for Pisces, please. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? It feels a bit... Ooh! Ooh! 10 of Pentacles. Now, 10 of Pentacles can be expressed in many ways. But the thing to retain from the 10 of Pentacles is it's what I call meat and potatoes relationship. It's not waffy. It's not pie in the sky. It's not... It is romantic, but it's when romance meets wet tights on the radiator and have you put cat milk on the shopping list. You know, when it becomes, I suppose, real. Yes. There's something coming to reality. 8 of Pentacles. Again, an earthy card. It's Sun in Virgo, the 8 of Pentacles, but it's an 8. Making something happen, building something up, working at something. These are both incredibly embodied relationship cards, which for Pisceans we can struggle with because relationships and limerence is such a Piscean kryptonite. It's wonderful, it feels fantastic, we slip into it very easily, and also We can create it and we can bring other people into it, but it comes down to earth at some point. Yeah. The Five of Pentacles. Now, when we get the Five of Pentacles, it can be a card of saying being out in the cold, but I'm not reading it that way. We've got 5, we've got the 10, okay? This is like your 9 of Pentacles. There is a need to know that you are you and they are them. Whether this is a new person, whether it's an existing person, there is a sense of independence here. There's a sense of you meeting yourself on the road that you're on, and essentially you're on your own. And that's the first thing. Never mind the relationship, okay? The relationship will come, the relationship is there, whatever, but you are you and on your own and good in your separateness, and this is really important. 2 of Swords. Some of you, I'm going to take another card to go with. Yeah. Some of you may be in a hiatus or a feeling of ambivalence, which for a Piscean is very, very normal. It happens a lot. You may also be in a situation where it feels like it's cancelling itself out. You have behind you the third way coming up. You are creating the third way, but it's not quite there yet. Knight of Swords is going into that with information. So information is coming up. This can be in the form of somebody talking to you, contacting you, you meeting somebody, you getting a message from somebody. Information is coming in, which is going to help. But you do need to remember who you are, where you begin and where you end. It's really important. Oh my God, that is gorgeous. The 10 of Cups. These 2 10s together, these bookends, are my favourite 10s to get together. Oh my God! I just goosebumps, looked at the bottom of the deck. Right. Pop you there. Get rid of me for a minute. I'll go into the corner if the Ace of Cups wants it. Right. This is gorgeous, Pisces. For some of you, this is striking out any ambivalence, cutting out any BS, any taking accountability for any of that might be yours, where you slipped into Pisces fantasy land. You know, we all do it, and we'll continue to do it because that's why we're good poets and stuff. But being accountable to yourself, but also now requiring others to be accountable to you. This is boundaried, even if those boundaries are rope and they change. And it will, this kind of sense of who you are and what you want, what you don't want, who you are, who they are, whoever this is going to bring real love, not the kind of love you thought you wanted, the kind of love you've historically attracted, the ambivalent kind of love that Pisces seems to be addicted to, but also it's really hard to get away from because you're surrounded by it. This is a new beginning. Ace of Cups, everything to play for. Nothing yet on the table. Beautiful fountain of love cards. It begins with self-love, always. So Pisces, whether you need to do inner child, whether you need to do whatever you need to do as a Pisces, and by God, it could be anything, but you probably already know what you need to do. You just might not have done it yet because we are hyper procrastinators. Do what you need to do to clear the blocks that are in the way. Okay? Because this is the real thing. And I rarely say that. And also our readings recently and for the last year or so, Pisces, have been challenging, haven't they? And this is challenging too, but by God, I like the look of it. I like the look of what's coming in. I like 10 of Pentacles with 10 of Cups. These two are both romantic, but also meat and potatoes. Bring this thing down to earth and let's live. I'm going to go do the extended love reading. We're going to have a ball, but we're going to get some different decks out. We're going to read for the other side of the equation. And that can be the other person, the other situation, the other whatever you need to know about the other energy that's around you. Whether that's about an ex, whether that's about someone coming in, whether it's about someone who's already there. Okay? And barriers and best way forwards. Okay? Might do a couple of angel answers cards as well. See you on the other side, Pisces. Namaste.